It's the last thing Victoria needed, already in the grip of a pandemic and protests, now cleaning up after an earthquake that sent shockwaves across the state. The powerful quake measured 5.9 on the Richter scale, leaving widespread damage and forcing...
No one could even imagine this would happen.
The building shaking like nothing, and I screamed. I thought it was a trap.
From Crib Point to Kilside. Reporter Chanel Vella has tonight's developments, and Chanel, first tradies, now teachers.
That's right, Mitch. The state government says they're actively looking at what other industries need to be added to the list, but when it comes to schools, it won't matter if you work in a pub.
Dose by October 18 and their second by November 29.
Children under 12 cannot get vaccinated. Children between 12 and 15 have only been able to get vaccinated from the 13th of September. There are very clear public health reasons why it is...
Throughout term 3, leading up to today's announcement, has been they want to get vaccinated. We've been trying to provide shade, but that's an important measure. All of these really common sense things will make a difference, and ventilation backs that up, but it's not just the air purification devices, it's simple things like natural ventilation, the opening of windows, utilising outside areas where...
Vaccinated. And although there was minimal uptake last week, we're now seeing significant demand in this construction worker blitz, which we're very pleased about. We've had long queues at our walk-up blitz sites, which is fantastic to see. We are expected to reach our 80%.
5 reasons to leave your home will no longer apply, and the settings in Ballarat will align with the areas of regional Victoria not in lockdown. Point Lonsdale. The AFL is on high alert over a new COVID case in Western Australia just 3 days before the grand final. Chief football reporter Tom Brown has the latest from Perth, and Tom, health bosses have moved to reassure footy fans.
Only a community case, according to the health department, would change the situation potentially regarding the grand final. Gil McLaughlin's almost there. Just 3 days before he will see the impossible. An uninterrupted season. Both the league boss has suffered an 11th.
It's Dennis Cometti's last radio call. But be sure of this. We'll cheer for your teams as if they belong here. At the AFL breakfast, Gil McLaughlin told 7 News. There's been a surge in the number of pandemic scams. Next, crucial new tips to help avoid phishing calls, texts and emails. Also, Scott Morrison side by side with President Biden calling for a truce with China. And never-before-seen private footy.
That stuff next.
Compelling and persuasive, it's a scourge. Daniel Haas discovering her card was maxed out while at the doctor's. And I was about to pay for the bill when they said my credit card had declined. She had been charged $800 by fraudsters pretending to...
As you could get hit at any given time. First of all, check your bank statements regularly. The scamming business has boomed through COVID. Last year, $851 million was lost. The banks bolstering their fraud teams as they struggle to fight.
Scott Morrison is playing down fears of military conflict with China, arguing Australia's actions are about promoting peace in the region. The Prime Minister joined Joe Biden in New York. Pandemic protocols making communicating his message on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly even more difficult. European leaders had their own message on the sinking of the French submarine deal.
China is always a builder of world peace. I am confident that we can avoid the conflict that we all want to avoid. And the Prime Minister is still avoiding a firm commitment to net zero emissions by 2050, despite pressure from President Biden.
Washington, Scott Morrison will meet congressional leaders here on Capitol Hill tomorrow and join a virtual COVID summit being chaired by President Joe Biden. After dining tonight with British Prince William has shared memories of his grandfather ahead of a new documentary showcasing the Duke of Edinburgh's private life. It airs in Britain in the coming hours, as Prince Philip's granddaughter-in-law showed she can be a daredevil too.
Summer workload, the Duchess of Cambridge embraced her adventurous side outdoors, joining Royal Air Force cadets. Kate is the honorary commandant, a role handed to her by Prince Philip, whose life is being celebrated by his children and grandchildren, recalling
My grandmother for covering most of the places we had lunch and things with mustard on the ceiling. A new documentary airing on British TV. I actually think the marks are still there. Yeah, I think so. And so also coming up, how our big telcos are cracking down on complaints, and buy now or pay more later as the rush for Christmas gifts begins. Good stuff next! Job security demanding work be allocated to existing employees before contracting out. The union guarantees the transport of medical supplies and vaccines won't be affected. There has been a breakthrough in the murder mystery that's captivated the
interest in an official criminal investigation. Complaints to the Telco Ombudsman for phone and online services have fallen to the lowest level since 2016, down 6% in the past year. Of the 119,000...
and even the lead up to Christmas. COVID shutdowns in Chinese factories and global delays with container ships are putting extra pressure on supply chains. Able to update their wardrobe, we expect particularly the clothing category to do exceptionally well.
Roy Morgan research shows 4 out of 5 will spend more than last year, around $700 each. But
The global supply chain issues that we're experiencing are a significant issue.
Big W boss
COVID wreaks havoc. Single cases are shutting whole factories for a fortnight and bringing giant ports to a halt. That, combined with a shortage of ships, is making for the perfect Christmas shopping storm. And the clouds are also looming large over Black Friday.
AFL Grand Final week is heating up in more ways than one. Tim Watson, both teams held secret sessions today. Mitch Fulcross live to Perth for the very latest on both camps. Welcome back. Grand Final preparations are in full swing with both teams holding top secret training sessions today. Return to Chief Football reporter Tom Brown and Tom. The D's and Dogs aren't revealing their hands just yet though. Key narrative in the build-up to the Grand Final as the Bulldogs have been open.
And Michael Hibbert are going to be touch and go to start with several big stars set to return. The helicopter caught both teams preparing inside Optus, an air of intrigue and secrecy. Both sessions closed. Melbourne filmed their own pictures. Stephen
Indicating they'll target Matt Gordon physically. Teams have tried lots of different things over the past to try and curb his influence, and being physical is obviously going to be one of those. You don't. He's pretty special to me. Ever since I've got to the club, he's always backed me in. A pre-season honesty session around the campfire. The Cavaliers, the Melbournes, climb back to September. We made a commitment over the break, over the off-season, to sort of come back and put words into actions, and you have to fulfil that and to...
Details of Andrew, we've got a pretty strong hit today. Who they've got in mind? Well, Tim, not too many people coming to Melbourne for a holiday at the moment. Michael Voss, certainly not one of those. The current Port Adelaide assistant touchdown earlier this afternoon, expected to meet with Carlton heavyweights as early as tomorrow, including news.
We'll play finals next year, and this was Voss as he left Adelaide today. Good on you, Tim. Jane is next with the forecast. Jane, what's on the way tomorrow?
Oh, Mitchell, we are rising up and over 20. It'll be our nicest day of the week. That's some details. Hello again. That sunshine return this afternoon. Nice to see after all the grey of the morning. Let's start by showing the tsunami map from earlier. Quakes in the ocean can cause large waves to spread across entire oceans. But this one being over land had no impact.
Northeast, southwest and in Western Gippsland. They were stuck in the grey all day. With a high centred over South Australia, southeastern parts of the nation have cloud while there's not much going on for the rest. A cold front will be slow.
This one has lots of cold air, like the blast we had earlier in the week. But that cold air is taking a different path this time. It'll be hitting Tasmania instead. There could be snow in Hobart.
the way it is this busy Wednesday, the 22nd of September. Thanks for your company. Ta-da from the 7 News team.
Goodbye. Goodbye. BC2 will be back tonight from 5. For continuous news coverage, go to tomandbennews.24. And don't miss any of the fun from 6 with ABC for Kids.
I wanna see you out that door, baby. Bye, bye, bye.